Shalom Israel, to start and give all glory, honor and praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Yahweh Kakadash, doubleness to the elders and apostles in Israel who will and teach well, the Akims and the Awis and Bawis and those pushing this word in truth, sincerity, and to the brothers and sisters in the truth. Now, Lord willing, lessons edifying, not expecting to speak on anything long. It's just another food for thought. You know, like, why are we watching lessons? Or are we watching a lesson to be edified, which is what we should be doing? Or are we watching a lesson for entertainment? Or are we watching a lesson to nitpick? You know, I put my hands up. I know in the earlier stages, which probably a lot of us do or have done, coming into the truth, you know, you see those lesson titles, Esau this, Ishmael that, Jake gets this, you know, and you watch the lesson to be entertained. And even from some of those lessons, if they're done good, you can still be edifying. But it depends on the mindset that you're going to watch a lesson. If you're going to watch one of those, quote unquote, Esau gets cut, or Ishmael gets cut, or Jake gets cut, or Christian get cut, if you're going in there with the mindset to let me see the questions that was asked, how the brothers responded, you can learn. But if you're just going in there to be entertained, oh, look, he got cut, then, you know, there's no growth in that. And it's lucky. You know, when I first came into the truth, I was watching some of those lessons to be entertained. But as times pass and as you grow, our mindset should be watching a lesson to be edified. It's lucky. You know, because we want to improve on our walk. We want to improve on our knowledge of the scriptures, you know. And sometimes some of those lessons are just clickbait, in the sense of they want as much views as possible. Because I've seen lessons where like an hour long, for example, so the title Esau this or Ishmael that. You watch 90% of the video and it's on a specific topic, and then it's just the last 5-10 minutes of the video that the title's based upon, and you know, that's just a clickbait video. But we need to be mindful of why we're watching a video. Are you watching a video to nitpick? That's another thing that that I've seen brothers do at time, you know. They're watching your lessons to nitpick. Oh, you know, let me see if I can get something out of his lesson to make a lesson on a nitpick on the brother's lesson. You know, we're meant to be growing as we progress in this walk. You know, the more time we are in this truth, you know, the better we should become at our walk. So it's just something that came into my head today, and it's from something I saw. You know, some brothers, I don't bother watch their lesson like I used to, because I know that when they're ready, they might take them and just go off into all kind of foolishness. But remember, I saw a lesson, and from what was being said, you can see that you're watching lessons and nitpicking, but then the lessons are cutting your spirit, because they're probably not made about you, but because you think they are made about you, you know, then your spirit is being cut. And this is what lessons can do. You know, the most I can put it in a brother's spirit to speak on a certain topic, and for you, the individual, to come across that video and learn from it. You know, a next person might watch that lesson and it goes over their head, for want of a better word, because it doesn't relate to what they're saying. It doesn't relate to them. But then the next person, you could watch that video, and because that's an area that needs working on, all of a sudden that video is cutting you. And it even makes it worse, where if you have some idea of who that person is, if you kind of know them to some extent, then sometimes you even think even more that the lesson is about you, when it's probably just the Most High put it in that brother's spirit to speak on such a topic for edification and for us to all learn and grow. And that's what these lessons should be there for us to learn and grow I think it's Ephesians 4, 11 and 12. It speaks about, he gave some prophets, pastors, teachers, evangelists. It says for the edifying of the saints, for the ministry of the body, something along those lines, roughly paraphrasing. But the point is that it's for the edifying of the body. And that's what these lessons should do, and that's why we should be watching a lesson, to learn from, and so that we can be edified, built up, and grow in our faith and in our walk. But I don't want to keep it too long, just want to leave it there. So, just be mindful of why you're watching a lesson. Are you watching it to learn, to be edified? Or are you watching it for entertainment? Or are you watching it to find something to nitpick about? But with that, I'm going to close out. But give all glory and praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Yahweh Rakah Kadash.